Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and everybody else who's watching this thing, Tarnation TV is the YouTube channel, and you are listening to us today, broadcast live from Talladega Super Speedway, the Talladega Nights All-Star Race. Welcome to the event. My name is Blaine Donlin, and Brian Wolf, are you there, buddy?
I am here, Blaine. I am super excited tonight, man. This is the one I have been waiting for. This has been on my calendar since back in September, so I am ready to rock and roll, brother.
Yeah, what was for the Talladega Nights Racing League? There was certain criteria to be eligible to race in this evening's event.
Yeah, well, as far as the stats that I'm looking at, the first event that was won was September 9th, back in September 9th when they started this. And what the thing was at first they set it for January, and then it got bumped to tonight. But if you won any event on the weekend from then until leading up to tonight, that makes you eligible for the All-Star race. You have to have won a race and raced here since last September. So we've got the list of drivers tonight that's what's making this so special tonight, is the list of drivers we have is going to be incredible. Just incredible. And actually I'm qualified for the race, so I will be racing. I'll be leaving here pretty soon for practice and stuff, but I know we got a lot to unpack here for this broadcast. We're going to introduce Jeffrey Elliott in just a minute. The league owner is going to be joining you here to call this race. But like I said, this race is just going to be extraordinary. Because like I said, you've had to have won. So the list of drivers here, they're winners. You know what I mean? That's all it is.
Yeah, the winners only allowed tonight. This is anybody who's won. And Brian's got a special car he's driving tonight. Did you want to speak about that now, or do you want to wait till happy hour when we can actually see it on the screen, or how you want to roll with that?
Yeah, we can show in happy hour, because I'm going to stay here with you through. We're going to scratch qualifying, but yeah, tonight is really special for me personally, because you and I have been on this crusade for Canon. The Justice for Canon tour this past year, and even the year before that when we started racing for a really good cause. This family just suffered a tragedy. Everybody in the sim racing community now knows who Canon is and his story, and it's turned into an even bigger picture for us to bring an end to gun violence. Because it was just senseless. The trial is still pending. We're not going to get into all that, but tonight is very special for me because, like I said, back in September, Canon and I, the Justice for Canon car that Rodney Solomons painted, we won to get into tonight's event. So we wanted a really cool car. So Canon's sister, Ava, actually painted or designed and colored the car that we're driving tonight for Canon. So she's a huge contributor to tonight's race, and allowing me to help and honor her brother this way is just spectacular. And I'm so grateful and so humbled to this family to be able to keep Canon's name out here and keep them involved with my racing. And tonight's going to be really special. We're going to be trying really hard for this kid. And I got to thank Ellie Lewis, Canon's aunt, who put this all together. She's really the one that made this happen. She supported our race teams and contributed things to the races that we've had for Canon and stuff. So I got to thank her. She's the one that kind of inspired this, and Canon's sister Ava got on board and just really came through with a spectacular paint job. This is the best one I've ever driven, and I'm just so proud and just really excited for tonight for me personally. But not to make it about Canon, this race is really special to the league and to the sim racing community, because it's just all the best racers in the sim racing community, and to have my name on that list is just I've done enough. You know what I mean? I've gotten to as far as I'm going to get.
Yeah, it's a great every week we have a great collection of drivers. This being pretty awesome because, like I said, it's just going to be the winners here tonight. Over the past little while is what, as you say, it's almost been a year or a full season. I can't remember exactly.
I'm sorry, I lost you there for a second. What was that question?
Curious, how long was the time frame to qualify for the All-Star race? Has it been like 3 months, 12 months? I can't remember exactly.
I'm not exactly sure about that one. I know Bob Dixon's at the top of the list with September 9th. So that he was the first qualifier. And then the list goes on down, all the way down through Kelly Causey, who won the main event. Actually, he won what race did he win? It was on the 11th main event.
He did win one of the Shake and Bake series races, I believe.
Okay.
But yeah, it's definitely going to be a lot of fun. Talladega Super Speedway is awesome. This thing, you see cars, they get hooked up together up near 200 mile an hour on this thing. And we were talking about it before the broadcast even started, just how much fun this track is when you're surrounded by all these top tier drivers, and you being one of them. It's just get out there and go for it. And today it's just a one-off race. It's not for points, but it's definitely going to be, I think it's still going to be a pretty competitive race. I mean, anytime you even get out here, even if it is an exhibition, you're still going to want to win. Especially when you put all these guys together on this track at the same time.
Oh, absolutely. This is absolutely kind of a one-of-a-kind, king of the hill type of thing. This is, this is one of those go-for-it races. But, you still have to play the strategy you got to be there at the end. You got to have help, all the usuals that come with Talladega. But you just got to be in the right place at the right time near the end and stay out of trouble if, wrecks do happen. But, you got to avoid that. And, it just, anything can happen here, from our past broadcasts trying to, call those predict those shake and bake races was a disaster. You know what I mean? So, you just can't predict how these things are going to come out. But, tonight being so special for me and being, it is what it is. Well, we're going to go for it. We're really, really going to try hard.
Yeah, it's going to be good. We have some race. The length of the race this week will be another 47-lap race, so nothing has changed there in the duration of this thing. So if you are watching us on the YouTube and you do like what you see, make sure you subscribe to it. Hit thumbs up or down. I don't care. If you don't like it, man, thumbs down. That's why it's there. And but I think we got something special here with this group that we roll with and this production that we put on, and we hope it is a hit. So 47 laps on the clock. If you are hanging out with us, should take, 2 hours or so, a little bit less than 2 hours usually. And we're getting ready to go qualifying. So I have to retire my car because I need to be in the server, obviously, to call the race. But we do have league owner Jeffrey Elliott sitting in the Brian Wolf chair today because Brian Wolf will have his hands full with an actual steering wheel this evening. And Jeffrey has decided to sit up here in the Tarnation Tower and call the race. Jeffrey, you there?
Hello, Mr. Blaine Donlin. It is a pleasure to be here at Tarnation TV Tower. I'm very excited to be here.
Yeah, usually you're in the car, so you decided to park it this evening and give me a hand, so that's much appreciated.
I would do anything for you, young man, and it's a pleasure. It's actually an awesome experience to be up here so far. I'm a little nervous, but I'm going to miss the race. Of course, it's have a special paint job for this race as well, and I'm running out of time. It's a pleasure to be up here and help you guys out and see how these drivers run from a different point of view.
It is different. We've all been playing this thing for so long, and then for broadcasting to actually become a thing in such an old platform. This thing's almost 20 years old, and it's a great way to kind of just experience our favorite game, our favorite simulator. And the community is amazing around this thing, and the tools that everybody's provided, like these tickers I can roll across the screen, and the camera angles that you can get, like you guys are seeing now. These aren't possible with the original game, so it's a lot of fun to watch this thing evolve, and now being able to broadcast it. Whoever knew that would be a thing.
I never thought I would see this broadcasted, or I don't know about all the cameras and things that you've learned to do this. Racing 23 years. I think some of us got away from it for a few years. I just can't believe how many of us are still actually out there. And obviously, it'll be a year coming up for Talladega Nights, and to bring out all these people, we've had over 121 people come out and race with us one time or another in this past year. So they are out there, and some of them came back, dusted off the wheels, and here they are. We're all like 50 something years up, all the way up to 85 years old. But it's awesome. That's all I can say.
So you actually have numbers on how many people have come and gone from Talladega Nights?
Yes, sir. I keep track of that through just the stats and how many people have came out, different types of people, at different times of this year. You wonder, they come and go, some do. And we have a good nucleus of solid drivers that really like the platform that we put out, and something to do on the weekends, and just the fellowshipping is just awesome.
Yeah, I don't even, I can't, like you said, we did kind of get out of it for a little while. I played it. I bought this thing brand new. I have the box, I have the CD, and I have the manual. I'm looking at it right now. It's on the shelf behind me. Almost 20 years ago, bought that game, NASCAR 4 before this. And I played it for a while when the Sierra servers were up. Had an account and whatever, and played on the public servers. Never really got into the league thing. Raced a lot of artificial intelligence. And with the community behind a game like this, all these custom tracks, like the track, if the viewers were watching at the beginning, what is that, Lakeside International out of like Brisbane, Australia, Wild Customs and Cars. You can go to their website and download that. It's free because the game was abandoned in 2004. So it's almost 20 years old, but for like the last 19 years, it's been community driven, people making, even this mod we're playing tonight, the Monster Energy NASCAR Cup Series 2019 cars. That wasn't shipped with the original game. A team built that, a team built the track, built that track, built any track on the planet. I've looked, I live in Kingston, Ontario, Canada. The Brockville dirt track, you can download it for this game. That's like 45 minutes east of me. Just a little dirt track north of Brockville, Ontario. And somebody made it. It's in here. So
that's amazing. That you see that on here on this game, because it's so funny. We have Sunshine Speedway, that was, I would say, Pinellas Park, Florida, where I grew up at. Just a little tiny track, and they had an 8 mile drag strip as well. They painted both of those, or made both of those tracks for this game. And it's still out there. You can still race on it. It's amazing. I've been on that track in real life. So they've gone a long way. And I don't know who designs it, who does the tracks. But
we're about to jump into happy hour, guys, here.
Nice. We get to see the car that the Wolf is driving. But yeah, big community behind this thing. I think we mentioned it on the last broadcast too. It was John Norton, the guy who runs Wild Customs and Cars, a big website in the NASCAR Racing 2003 community. He's having some health issues and kind of had to step away from it for a little while. So we all wish him the best, because, man, the amount of content that Wild Customs and Cars hosts is mind-boggling, from tracks to sound packs,
Blaine, I'm in the car
tutorials.
coming down pit road right now.
Oh, we got Brian Wolf, and he is in his special car here. So let's go into happy hour right now. This is a live feed from happy hour. This is the car we were talking about just a few minutes back, painted by Ava. Can we get, hey, Jeffrey, can you grab Brian and pull him back down here into the Tarnation TV room?
Yeah,
because I got him on a whisper, but we should have him
jump
sit.
in Brian's golf cart. Is that okay?
That's it. Jump in Brian's golf cart and then go down there and grab Brian and bring him back. painted by Cannon's sister. The number 29 car Brian Wolf this evening is the car he's driving. So a little genius maneuver. The car templates to paint these cars are kind of complicated. We had a simplified version of the template sent over to the Hinnant family so that they could print it out on their printer, and then Ava could, I'm assuming Brian's in here now, she could draw on it what she wanted, and then send it back to us, and then somebody manipulated it and fit it on the actual car, and it actually turned out pretty cool.
Yeah, that's exactly how it took place. We sent Ellie, Cannon's aunt, a blank. It was like a coloring book page, and it looked very similar to the templates that are used to paint these cars. So she took that and colored it in, and put the numbers and stuff on it. Well, we had to add the 29s for the side, and then we wanted to have her name on it too, since she designed it. So we put her name on it, and then we put "We Love You, Cannon" on the back. Just like we thought that that she would want it. You know what I mean? But the rest of it is all Ava. She painted this whole thing, and this is like really slick. This is really cool. This car is strong too. I ran a sprint earlier, and it went right to the front and stayed there. So we're in good shape. We're going to go for it.
I noticed there's a 5 on the roof because Cannon was 5.
Right. Yep.
So that's pretty neat. I like it. That's a neat idea. I don't know if I've ever seen that done before. It's a pretty good idea to get some people's art on here. And we got the 388 pushing you. He must be driving something different. I'm not seeing his actual car right now.
Yeah, I'm not seeing it either. I'm seeing those Anamime.
Yeah, he's got the
deals or whatever.
Yeah,
in my mirror anyway.
Yeah, he's got the cartoony looking car, so his didn't work. I might jump out and see if he uploaded it late. But anyway, for people watching the race, that is the car that Brian Wolf will be driving this evening.
Yes, Blaine, he did throw a new paint job on that at the last minute, so it is there for upload.
Okay, cool. I will go grab that and get ready.
And they're going off in about a minute and a half. It's 5 minutes.
I'm going to go ahead and Blaine, I'm sorry to interrupt, and pull in, see if you can't get a shot of my pit box. I'd like to show that off too, because
is the box in there too? Yeah, I'll focus on that when the race starts.
Oh, 10-4, okay.
We'll follow you into the pits. I just quit here because I got to make sure. I guess I'm missing a couple of cars. We got these weird looking anime cars floating around
10-4.
Out there. So
all right, well, I'm gonna jump out and get into the race with these guys. So I will talk to you guys later after the race. Good luck, everybody, and have fun with it, Jeffrey. It's good having you here, man.
Thanks, Brian. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Brian. Have good luck tonight. Have good luck. That's exactly how you're supposed to say that. Have yourself some good luck, Brian.
We're gonna try, man.
Right on, dude.
Well, hopefully, don't give me an extra camera time until I get to the front. So hopefully that'll be soon.
Yeah, awesome, man. Good luck. Have a good one.
All right, buddy.
Good luck, Brian.
It's weird. I'm saying goodbye to Brian like he's leaving forever, but he's like right there. Here's a question. Why do you guys have to upload brand new cars at like 9:21 p.m.?
I kind of asked the same question. I put it kind of tough for everybody to go get right 5 minutes to 9.
We'll make her work. I'm out here right now uploading new cars. I grabbed a couple of spares just in case I missed one.
Yeah, I grabbed it real quick because I was up there to hear that. But they are going off in 20 seconds for the race.
Okay.
It's a little bit earlier than 9:30. That's okay for the broadcast.
Oh, that's totally fine. Yeah.
Awesome.
100%. I was in there for the qualifying, so that should not be an issue for me to get back in there. Uploading these last minute cars here.
Oh, they reset happy hour.
Oh, yeah. Does happy hour... When do they do the driver's meeting? Is that in practice before qualifying?
We do the happy driver's meeting before qualifying. So maybe
Right.
they're having car paint probably as well. So maybe they reset it for the 5 minutes.
Right.
And they
Lots
keep
of
it right on
time.
9:30.
Well, here's something too. We can, if they're gonna lollygag until 9:30, that works because we got the league owner right here, Jeffrey Elliott, and the 56 car won't be racing this evening, but on Monday nights there's we're testing some tracks right now for an upcoming Back to the Future theme series where we're running the original mod. So talk more about that, if you please.
You know, we old farts, we love to bring things back. Back to the Future series was brought back to try to bring back, the original tracks. Most of us don't really care for the original tracks compared to what we drive on today. But we wanted to bring back the original tracks, original setups, even the fast setup, the easy setup, the expert setup. But we went with the fast. It's not the easiest thing to drive out there. But any setup you put in there, you're going to have to learn how to drive it. And so far, I'm enjoying it. It's very different than Talladega racing after a year. And I asked every driver that's participated, and they want to stick it out. It's also 3X, so it makes it even harder. So it's a lot of fun. So it's just bring back the original, guys. Let's have some fun with it. And so far, it's we had a little test session for a couple of weeks. So now we're going to go. We reset the schedule for the same week that we're going to start our new Shake and Bake series, the second one, so we can run both on the same week, starting weeks. And we have a new stage points as well, which just makes it more exciting. It goes from after the 10th race, top 10 drivers are in the chase, and then the 11th race, they fight hard, and the top 5 go to the 12th race for the championship. So hopefully that brings more excitement, keep people wanting to come out and race hard, and no matter how good you are or bad you are, just keep trying, and makes you better, makes you just a better driver.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of it because obviously we all, you get away from the original core game because there is so much talented modifications for this thing. And when it comes to the cars too, there's Craftsman trucks. There's many versions of the truck series that have come and gone every time they upgrade it in real life. It doesn't take the community long to create that thing. Like the next gen cars were in development before they were even racing them in real life, so the mod team over there, that thing was ready to go pretty much when Daytona happened. That mod was available, and the dedication of that crew to get that thing working so fast is crazy, and there's rally mods for this thing, go-kart mods.
All kinds.
It doesn't even, like we were saying before with the tracks, if there's 10,000 tracks available for this game to download, there's probably 900 different car mods for it as well. So
there are so many, and there's so many good ones. Even the trucks, the 09 trucks, people are still running that mod.
Yeah.
Rolling
Thunder Gaming runs that on Thursdays.
Yeah, RTG, they're first class act over there. We have a lot of their drivers over here. They bring the talent, and this has made us better as drivers as well. And but yeah, it's I've raced everywhere in the last 20 something years, and we all have, and leagues come and go, and but it's an awesome. I don't want to call it a game. People take this in different types of level of seriousness. Some people are really serious about it. Some are semi, and some are just out here to have fun. And whatever your reason is, my biggest thing is fun first, win second. And that's the way I look at it now.
Yeah, and people, it is a simulator. You can't just jump into this thing and expect to, if you handed somebody the steering wheel and threw them out on this track, they'd be spinning out all day long. It is really for the hardcore racing fan that actually wants that more realistic experience. And this thing delivers and has for a very long time. And the different physics packages, there's even a physics package that emulates open wheel driving, and I think it has a 6 or 7 speed transmission. Maybe only. How many gears does that thing have? I can't remember.
I know the new 2020 Indy cars have 7 gears. That's what I heard.
So it's probably 7 then, yeah. But, you name it, somebody's made it for this game.
They sure have.
Sort of simulator.
I tell you, you come try out Back to the Future on Monday nights, you're going to go back old school, and you're going to be like, I can't believe I'm hitting this wall, or I'm pushing, or I'm getting loose. It's because there's just no grip on the track. So it's definitely an eye-opener. And, you're out there racing with me, Blaine, and it's a lot of fun. And you can still drift that baby around there a little bit. Just got to let off that gas pedal.
That's it. You got to feather. So not every single track is a super speedway with restrictor plate. Definitely.
Yeah, this is
lots of
chaos,
options.
200 miles an hour. It's just it's a crapshoot. It's survival, and I'm out there every week for a solid year. So it's you have your good days and your bad days. I think every league does when it comes to this type of racing. But hey, we keep going at it for a reason.
Oh, we're getting a call to the track, to the grid. 47 laps on the clock. I have to jump in my car and retire. You should do the same, Jeff.
I just did it.
Oh, wow.
I'm not used to that. I'm not used to that, getting back out of the car.
Not used to retiring.
I am not.
No.
It's something I try to avoid.
So here we go. The parade lap is about to begin. Do you want to work through the rows here? Make sure your replay is set to live, by the way.
Live, and let's see. Let's go with
row number 1, the 088 and the 55.
All right, yeah, looks like row 1 would be the 088 of Dan Lavelle. He is out of Virginia. You got the 55, Ken Roberts. He is out of Wisconsin. And who's that? Denny Carroll, the number 41. No, that's the 39. I'm sorry. Good paint job from that 38 car. That is Rodney Sullins. And he is from, I wish it'd be nice if I had him in order, but I don't. He's from Wisconsin. And next to him is Nate. And he told me he's from Seattle. You believe he's from Seattle? I never knew that. Awesome driver so far. You got DEI, that's 931. He's from South Carolina. Bob Dixon. And row 3 on the outside, he is from Macon, Georgia. And you got Gary Heiser. He is from, where is Gary Heiser from? Kentucky. And Kazi, the 00, is from Mississippi. Do you want to take it over from there?
Sure. We got Palmer and Kasi. And let's just roll back through it here. There's Kasi right there. Billy Elliser in the 26, the 711 of John Godfrey returns. Haven't seen him in a little while.
From North Carolina.
The 043 of Brian Lavelle. Behind Brian, we got Randy Waugh. Chris Elliott has got his computer working and has decided to go 3 wide on lap 1.
Sure did it. And that Cheetos, right? That Doritos man from North Carolina.
Yep, we got Dan Lavelle back there in the 388. I think I just skipped over somebody because they're racing each other pretty good here. The 043.
I thought we have a 388 and an 088.
And an 088, yep. Greg's up front. 088.
Yeah, I got you. That was Greg. My bad.
And then there's Brian Lavelle in the 043. In the 510, we got Stephen Brandstetter.
Which Oklahoma boy.
Number 29 of Brian Wolf, the special Ava Hinnant designed car.
He's from the Buckeye State from Ohio.
Pat McCarsky in the 0. That thing is so purple.
It is so purple, it hurts, but he's from Indiana.
Roll right on. And all the way back there in the Batman car, Marvel Studios, number 45, Tom Dixon.
He does work at Disney World, by the way. But yeah, he is from Macon, Georgia, Bob Dixon's younger brother. Good group of guys. They earned this spot to be in this race, and hopefully they behave and run good, and looks like they're doing that so far, and it's looking good.
It's funny how it's funny how used you get to these guys' paint jobs, and then when they flip them up for an all-star race, I'm like, wait, I don't recognize that guy. I'm like, oh yeah, it's Greg Lavelle in the 088. Completely different car. Very slick looking.
That totally threw me off, and I've been racing with this guy for many years. So.
Yep. Focused on the lead pack right now. Rodney Sullivan's obviously has his Black Rifle sponsorship. That's the thing, though. The sponsorships never change. We got some free wide stuff going on back here.
Greg Palmer, sometimes he will throw out some weird sponsorships out there. Looks like we have, what is that? That is Brian Lavelle. Is that Greg Lavelle up front? I keep that.
Greg is up front, yep.
Got Rodney in second place, and Roberts. They're working good together. Nate. Those three guys always seem to be together somewhere.
They do find each other. You can tell who likes, certain styles of how people race. Like if I'm out there, you learn how people race pretty quick, and then you learn who you like to follow or who you want pushing you and all this kind of stuff. Like if a guy's going to give you the bumper, you want it to be. I don't like certain people pushing me because they push too hard, but and it is. I mean, it's just everybody's racing style is different.
It is a finesse bump push, however you like to say it. It's a special technique, and you have certain guys you just gel with that bumper, and there's some guys you just don't really want, not to be around to be mean, but their driving style is a little different than yours, and so like you say, once you find a good combination of guys, you can really get through the field quickly.
And with Talladega Super Speedway, the damage is usually set to moderate damage because that just allows for more bumper work. You can't really plow somebody, bumper to bumper. Even if you hit them square, you're going to cause damage, and then that'll definitely affect your speed. So setting it to moderate allows you to be a little bit more aggressive, which is a lot more fun on a track like this that does require bump drafting.
It definitely does, and I'm still hoping my brother Chris figures that out because he likes to hit me in the corners quite often. We have a new leader up there. Rodney Sullins have taken the lead. He looks like they're holding that middle lane down pretty good. Look at that team they got right there. The 55, the 711. What's it? 711 got John Godfrey and Kelly. Of course, Greg Palmer. I mean, that's the cream of the crop right there, young man.
That's a solid squad up front. Good to see Godfrey back. I haven't seen him in a few weeks.
He was out here last night hanging out with the boys. We had a good caution-free main event, so good practice. There's nothing wrong with good practice.
That's the thing with these tracks. There's so many different versions of Talladega. This version being Talladega Rolling Thunder version 3. It was made custom for Rolling Thunder Gaming, and it just seems to be the greatest version. It's actually a replica of the Talladega TR, I believe, and then they modified from that. So it just evolves. The grip lanes and the all that kind of stuff needs to be adjusted. Stuff you cannot see. The track physically looks exactly the same. It's that controlling the grip of the surfaces and maybe changing the textures and stuff can be modified to it just evolves. Everything just evolves.
It's amazing how this track actually works. I mean, we had 4 wide on that last 10th race at one point, or at least a corner or two. But yeah, it's such a fun Talladega track. It's the best track I've ever been on. So we're gonna put this together for RTG. Did an amazing job. So we still have the top 5 looking to be the same. Looks like Denny Carroll is trying to take an inside lead on Greg Palmer there for 5th place.
And you look at who's behind him, the 29 all the way from the back. Brian always says he wants to hang out in the back, but now here he is in like 7th.
It's always different.
But that's the thing, you find a guy to follow and you just follow him, or, like you got Bob Dixon, Brian has Bob Dixon behind him pushing, so that's another guy who does know how to use those bumpers. The Dixon brothers.
Well, Bob, yeah, I race with these guys every week for forever, and I call him a bottom feeder. He loves the bottom, and he's got his brother right behind him, Batman. So that's a duel you can't separate unless they get separated.
A lot of times out here, when you see guys with the same last name, they'll be, but I mean, they're definitely going to find each other and help each other for the entire race. But when it comes down to those last couple laps, I don't think you got too many friends. Nobody does.
You think you do, but you don't.
Yeah.
So
who are friends and who are enemies?
Like, why'd you leave me? Well, I got to help my other friend out. Well, it goes on every race. And then we're all buddies the next day. But it's part of Talladega. You're out there to win as well. So we go down to the field here if you like. Still got Rodney out front with Roberts and John Godfrey in third, Kelly in fourth, and rounding off top five is Mr. Palmer himself. You want to take 6 on back?
6 on back? That's a lot of work.
All right, how about the next 5? And I'll do the next 5.
I'll just pass it off to you. It is, let me see here. Yeah, we got Carroll in the 41, 29 of Brian Wolf. Billy Elliser's back there too. Oh, that was at the stripe. I'm going off my actual data.
Oh, then you got some data rolling, huh?
Yep. Bob and Tom Dixon and Billy Ellis are there as well. Brandstetter and Waugh.
I am really proud of these guys. Racing clean, respecting each other out there, doing a great job.
The entire field still all stuck together as one. We got nobody behind. From first place, we've got the 38 of Sullins all the way back to Gary Heiser, the number 3 car in the back of the pack. The gap from first is 1.4 seconds. That entire field. The car in the very back is less than 1.5 seconds away from the leaders. So it shows you how fast these guys are moving. I'm watching the speedometer right now. It's about 200. Yeah,
close to 200 miles an hour.
I mean, there's been Bob Dixon's factoids at the end of every race. He'll give you the average speed for the lap. Somebody hit like almost a 201 average speed in one lap.
I forget what race that was.
I hear that and I go, wow, that's fast. Because it does, in the corners, it goes down to about 194 or so. So to get an average speed in one lap of like 200 point whatever miles an hour, that's something else.
That's crazy. And this is why, you have different aspects of racing styles in here as well. And from being in the cockpit on the outside and to judge people's bumpers, everybody grew up a different way of doing this. So to ask somebody to drive a different way, that's not the answer. It's just how to better things and work together it's difficult. You know who's inside and outside, more or less. So I do. A lot of people do. And I tell you, I could not drive inside of a cockpit.
No.
And I don't know how they can. And kudos to them that does and do it well. Some of them,
do you want to see what inside the cockpit looks like from Bob Dixon?
Yeah, let's do it.
Right now, he's pushing the 29 of Brian Wolf. This is what you see if you drive in cockpit. There's not a whole lot of track that you can see with the dashboard, the roof, the net on the side, and the car in front of you takes up 90% of your windshield.
I just don't know how they do it.
I don't know how they do it. Yeah, I do it. I race cockpit view when I'm racing against the artificial intelligence, because they're just computerized opponents, right? They're going to run a pretty good line. But when you have a bunch of real drivers out there, everybody's got their own brain. And anything can happen so fast. I've been out here on this track 5 wide almost. And you can't see up there. You're relying on guys behind you. You hear somebody in the back row go, you guys are 4 wide up there. Because they know that you can't see. And your spotter's not going to tell you. The spotter only says 3 wide. He's like, 3 wide, hold your line. And then you're like, well, if you're 4 wide, he just doesn't say anything.
He won't say a word. And like you said, the runs that this particular track gives you, if you do get a spotter, it says you're clear. The time you make that move, you more than likely are not clear. And it's the scary part about being in a cockpit. So being outside the car, In my opinion, you got obviously a lot more vision all the way around your car. I tell you, these guys are mixing it up. We got a little 3 wide going back in the back. That 29 and Dixon, Bob Dixon is trying to work it. I love that 29 paint job. It looks nice. Good job there. Was that Ava? Is that how you pronounce her name?
Little Miss Ava painted that
Little
car.
Miss Ava, you did a wonderful job on Brian Wolf's car. I love it.
I mean, really, let's be honest. She should maybe start charging.
I would definitely charge.
There's a way to do it, man. $10 a car. Let's go.
Let's do it.
Yeah, get her some markers and some crayons in a box. Send it over. We'll fund the utensils. All you got to do is supply emails with the templates, and she can fill them in. What number do you want? I'm number 72, and then I'll get a 72 car in the mail, and I'll run it.
You know, Ava, if you're watching this and listening, what you do is you do a sketch like you just did, and you can always ask this guy Blaine to maybe he could actually do things for you, make it like so quick. You know, he's amazing what he can do, because he does a lot for me, which I appreciate, Blaine.
Well, I was just, no problem. I was just focused on the 21 there of Wah. He actually, I painted that car. No, I didn't. I didn't paint that car. I painted a car that looks like that car for the Back to the Future race on Monday. So I just kind of copied that one. But
that's good. Good idea.
The Alabama.
Alabama Tide car. We got Cheetos on the outside, Chris Elliott in the back there trying to make something happen with Steven. So far, what a clean race, guys. Doing a great job.
I'm focused on this 3 wide pack.
We got Elliser down the middle there.
We are flirting right now with pit stops up and coming, because it is lap number 18. It's just begun, and that's usually our window where we start guys peeling down. And you can see within the last couple laps, everybody decided to grab that low line. So we're going to see some pitting. So I'm going to get up here on the front cars and see what happens.
Well, look at that car that Rodney painted. That's patriotic for sure.
That's very cool, yeah.
I didn't even recognize him. I'm so used to the flashy yellows and reds and blacks, and I love it.
Yeah, see, awesome. And I'm used to the Black Rifle sponsorships. He always uses the same sponsor, so that's very cool to see that one. I got her out here in a wide angle spectator view, getting ready for these guys to head to the pits. Nobody went that time by.
Yeah, they're going down to 20 laps on this fuel run.
Yeah, they're coming around.
Laps.
Yeah, they're coming around right now on lap 19. Curious to see. The entire field might pit at the same time.
Well, that's going to be tricky.
It is. That's why I'm curious. I mean, we try to predict stuff. It would be cool to see the entire field pit.
You know, that's your favorite part of broadcasting is watching these guys pit. I know that for a fact.
Oh, man, it's good. Here they go.
Here we go.
There's pack number 1 coming down.
Hang
Locked
on,
them
DEI.
up a little bit. Whoa, DEI.
Oh.
The 931 of DEI.
He turned himself.
I think he's okay. I think he just, like you said, he turned himself to avoid wrecking a couple other cars there.
It's tough when you have that many going in there. You don't want to hit nobody. It's tough. It's really, really tough. Toughest thing in racing is pitting, obviously. DI
trying to get turned around.
Shot his bits a little bit. 38 landed in there pretty good.
We're now focused on the second pack coming down here, looking at the car of Brian Lovell. I'm sure these guys will be coming. Here we go.
It's Denny. Is that Denny and Brian and Nate? Yeah, Nate, Bob Dixon. You got about 10 cars right there going in together. Good job.
Out.
Look at that.
That's how you do it, ladies and gentlemen.
That's how you do it. Even the Cheetos did it. You believe that?
Yeah.
Good job there, Chris Elliott.
Chris Elliott. Big fan. Okay, so we've got 2 successful packs. Pitting under green. The only issue we saw was the 931 of DEI. Also known as Breedlove.
Room to work with out there, and I did that same thing last night. Went in the grass and got about a 15-30 second penalty for that.
So what do you think the strategy of the 45 of Tom Dixon is? Because he stayed out.
Did he?
Yeah. That second pack went down, and he didn't go with them.
Well, I'm watching him right
Did
now. Let's see
he-
what it's. He might have pitted early, maybe.
He
Always
did.
he pits early.
Yep,
most of the time.
according to my stats, he already has his pit stop completed, so he didn't stay out. He had gone in and we just missed it.
He snuck by us, didn't he? Oh, Batman snuck by us, Tom Dixon.
So what do
Well, he
you
looks
think
like
the
he's doing pretty
strategy
good.
is on that, though? If he pitted that early, we didn't even see it.
Well, he tends to do that so he don't get in the mix of what we just saw successful 10-car packs going in, which is very hard to do. So it's a smart move on 47-lap race. These guys still got to pit again. You got some room to work with on your next pit if it stays green. So, it's a good strategy.
That's what I'm
Yes,
thinking. He's lucky enough here, too. Now he's hooked up with McCarskey and Brandstetter. So he does have drafting help. He didn't get left behind. So if you're going to do an early pit like that,
have some friends.
Coming in early and doing it early on the first round of pit stops is definitely a good plan. We've got Waugh and Dan Lavelle behind him on pit road.
And get back to the Brandstetter. Is that how you pronounce it? Brandstetter?
Brandstetter, yes.
Right. You painted that car too, that 510 shake and bake ride.
My statistics are reporting Bob Dixon in the 43 engine header.
Ouch!
He had an explosion of catastrophe, if you say, or how you say catastrophe. Don't ask me to spell it. I cannot spell catastrophe. If I was to spell catastrophe, it would probably say catastrophe.
Let me ask my dad. He's a really good speller at 82 years old. He definitely tightened us up on that.
My dad was the same way. Dad, how do you spell this? He'll know.
Back in the lead, he looks like we have Rodney Sullins, John Godfrey, number 711. Wonder if he owns a 711. Kelly Kazi,
Yeah.
Buckshot. I assume he shoots deer. I love the name Buckshot. And running in fourth place. Is that the original Dick Insider car?
I do believe so. Dick Insider.
Mr. Palmer from Delaware.
So this is cool. We've got the lead pack right here, 4 cars nose to tail. They're not going to be able to pull away from that second pack. That second pack right now is looking to be about 6 cars, possibly a 7th.
They should run them down pretty quick.
They will probably definitely run them down pretty quick. Being led by Denny Carroll on the 41. Being
Chris
pushed by
Elliott
the
needs,
088 of Greg Lavelle.
A bit closer to get to that draft. But yeah, they should run them down here in the next couple of laps. It's amazing what kind of suck up you get when you got even 5 to 4 car difference.
Mm-hmm. And the 079 of Nate Balser. He texted me this evening before the broadcast to let me know how to say his name properly because we've been saying Balser. It's actually,
really?
Yep. He goes, it's Balser, like B-A-L-L
Balser.
S-I-R. That's how you would say it. Balser. Yeah. So his name is actually Nate Balser. We've been saying Balser. So.
Balser. Well, Mr. Nate, I've learned to get to know him over the last year, and all these guys are great guys. They all have different personalities. Everybody does, but man, he's became a good friend, not just on the track, but just personally. He's a good guy, and Gary Heiser next to him. All these guys, super good guys, and we've all getting along pretty darn well for what we do out here.
So while we've been chatting for the past 20 seconds, notice how quickly that pack caught them?
They caught him quick.
super
Wow.
quick. We talk about that.
Is a different story.
That's different. Yeah, you definitely will catch the pack, but getting to the front of it, that's a whole entire different issue.
Well, we are 50% into this race caution free.
Caution free, single file at the moment, going down the back straightaway. Currently focused on the number 3.
Is he officially out of the race?
He is officially out of the race with an engine failure. My statistics screen, which nobody else can see, shows Bob at -5 laps with engine header.
Those blown motor things, they happen to us once, twice, 3 times a year.
Yep. It is very, very random. As is any mechanical failure in this simulation. You can have tire issues. Those are very rare, but I've had it happen to me once where you just can't stop a tire from just going up to 300 degrees Fahrenheit in like 3 laps, and you're like, what is going on? And you have to pit and change your tires because they just start to fall off.
Oh yeah, definitely.
You know, it's just weird glitches. I love this thing. You know, it's so cool for little stuff like that. Somebody was complaining one time I was racing in a league and goes, what's wrong with my tires? It could be a combination of your controller settings, the temperature of the track, or just another mechanical failure where it's going to put an issue into your car. You're going to overheat, you're going to blow a motor, your clutch is going to get rotten, you're going to bust a gear. Like that can happen. You could break gears. On this track, just don't break fourth, you'd be all right.
It's just, I mean, I blow the fourth gear so many times, I barely touched it, but obviously it happens. And you're like, well, you want to run down the field real quick? We're at lap 28 of 47. You still got Rodney Sullins and John Godfrey. Get to a better view here. Looks like the same 4. Kelly Kazi's in 3rd. Greg Palmer, top 22, is in 4th. And you got Ken Roberts in 5th. And who is that behind him? That's Denny. Is that Denny Carroll?
That is Denny Carroll in the 41. Behind him, the 088 of Greg Level. Nate Balser in the 079 Edward Van Halen machine.
Call him the Nate Meister, by the way.
The 043 of Brian Lavelle.
And Mr. Gary Heiser still on the lead draft. Look at him. He lost the draft.
Yep, that is your top 10 as Wah loses the draft, unfortunately. And it's amazing. So we got Wah running by himself. We also have Brandstetter back here in 11th position with Bakarski. He's pulling a pack here of 4 cars behind him.
Anything can happen. One caution can change the outlook of this race.
Currently, I'm going to watch the times here that's showing this pack right here at last time around at the stripe right here, we're 15.22. Now they just went past it again. We'll see what that updates to 15.6. So they're actually losing time.
So getting back to, I heard you guys earlier talking how you get into this All-Star race was back and when we started the Shake and Bake and the Friday nights as well. If you want a sprint series or a main event on Friday or Saturday, you qualified for the All-Star race. And Chris wanted to do an All-Star race, which I thought was a great idea. And Bobby Dixon on 9-9 was the first one to be inducted with the sprint winner on that day. So that's how you get in. And we have Brian Lavelle that's filling in for, I guess you could say for myself or Doug Hollick. Doug Hollick couldn't make it tonight. Couldn't get his car out of the trailer for some reason.
Oh, yeah. Currently focused on the 931 of Breedlove and the 29 of Wolf, going a lap down. So those 2 cars right there will be 1 lap down. But here's a question.
About it.
I was gonna say you're gonna answer my question without me even asking it. The lucky dogs come into play. How many lucky dogs are there? Is there 2?
Yes, sir. Two lucky dogs.
Okay, so the first 2 cars that are a lap down under a yellow flag condition would get their lap back. As of right now, that would be Brian Wolf and Robert Breedlove.
I tell you, they're making me so happy right now watching these guys run clean. And I mean, there's 20, I think there's 21 cars out here that started. It's a medium-sized field, but still at Talladega, anything happens. And they are running really good. Being safe, or just these guys up front are just super fast.
Well, and like you said, a lot of talent out on here. This is the All-Star race after all. But it is, it'll all change. Probably in the last, 3 or 4 laps, guys will start fanning out into double wide.
That's 3 or 4 feet.
Yeah. That's the thing. Like, what do you do, right? Like, you can see Sullins up there leading this thing. Currently, he has led 27 laps. The next one closest to him would be Greg in the 088. He's led 3. So dominating this race is the, whoops, we're focused on the pace car. Dominating this race is the 38 with 27 laps led.
Yeah, he's something to reckon with. I mean, he's tough at RTG. He's upcoming star over there. He's won a lot over there as well. He's always fighting to be up there. All these guys, those top 4, 5 actually. But Rodney is something special. He actually, I don't know if he'll ever lay down the wheel and came back to this, or Chris called him up and said, get back in. I don't know the full story on that, but this guy's amazing at Talladega for sure. And he leads by example.
You want to learn how to get around this track? Guess what you do? You follow that guy.
Yes, you do. And you know what? If you have nobody jumping out behind him, the best thing to do is to follow him. So,
well, and I got into the league racing. You know, I was racing with the artificial intelligence for a little while, and then get back into this. And I got in with Rolling Thunder Gaming, and this Talladega Nights series they run on Thursdays. You see the line they're running. Technically, that's the middle line, but the middle line is the fastest line around this track, because the cars lose a little bit more speed when you're down on that yellow headed into the corner.
Oh, definitely.
So he's protecting that bottom now. He just moved.
Yeah,
no, he's going to stay in the middle. Yeah.
I think coming up to a car. I think I saw a car up there.
There is a lap car coming up. They're also probably fuel window this time around. What do you think? 38 laps according to...
It's getting close to that pit stop. Oh, here they go.
I was just going to say...
Big accident. We got an accident.
That is...
Greg Heiser, DEI. You got...
Ken Roberts is around as well.
Hey. That's going to change things up.
Yeah, so I see that the pit entrance is closed. The official put the red flag out. So that must be yellow flag on the course. The cars that are on the pits right now are allowed to stop for service, I do believe.
I don't...
Oh, they're not. Okay, they drove right through.
So. Yeah, so I thought they had to drive through.
Yeah, if you do stop for service, I believe you just have an end of longest line penalty. I was curious on that, though, because the yellow came out when they were already on the pit road. So they could have gotten service. But I think what they might be doing, too, you might as well just get that extra lap. Like, why pit for fuel? Just drive around and get fuel. And you get that one more lap under your belt, right?
Right, definitely.
What's the point? Like, if they would have stopped there, they'd come out, everybody else would go in, it's under yellow, you're all going to be together in a big pack anyway, get that extra lap.
Yeah, I always go top off. You can actually get back to the front pretty quick. Let's see what happened here.
Yeah, get me, I'm going to go into a replay here, because these guys are probably just going to come down pits.
Working on that right.
So let's... Gonna find you guys a replay, and it will be glorious, I promise.
So Nate is, I believe, attempting to go into pits, and Gary Heiser he's going into pits a little late, and Mr. Brian Wolf is in the middle, pretty much at 190 something miles an hour.
Oh.
Yeah, a little miscommunication with pitting there.
What lap, what's the timestamp on your thing for that?
Timestamp 30:46.
Okay, I'm going to fast forward to 30:46.
Looks like Heiser might have been slowing down. And then Nate, I don't know if he was caught up going in too, but he was caught up of the checkup. And Brian was in the middle and just had nowhere to go. And DEI and Greg LaBelle got tangled up with that. But it looked like too much damage on DEI. Don't look too bad. Let's see what happened to Greg here. He hit the wall pretty hard. He might have some damage there, Greg LaBelle.
Slow motion replay here from the helicopter camera high above the... I see, yeah. That's too bad for the 29 racing.
And did he take a hard hit there?
Yeah, he's around. He definitely got tagged. Everybody seemed to get on pits okay. Roberts spun around, but that was more.
Craig Bell looks like he hit the wall really hard.
Yeah. Yeah, that's just
29 looks pretty good.
yeah, I believe that might just be.
Somebody down? You want to talk to anybody about that wreck?
Let's see here. Oh yeah, it just got so there was just nowhere to move.
You want to talk to DEI or Wolf or anybody? Bring somebody down for you?
Yeah, sure. If you want to grab DEI, that'll work. We'll talk to Wolf after the race about that.
All right, Blaine. I brought down Gary Heiser. That was caught up in a little bit of that wreckage there. Did you want to ask him any questions?
Well, I was just curious. It got pretty tight down there, man. Like whereabouts, if anywhere, like we were looking at it from helicopter cam, and it was was there miscommunication? I guess that's what I'm trying to ask on the microphone.
Well, I was trying to get down to go into pit, and coming through 3 and 4, I got knocked up because of warp. And whenever I got on the straight stretch to go into pit, I come down into either another car or a car got into the back of me.
Yeah, it looked like DEI. I think Brian Wolf is in the middle there as well. I think Nate was behind you. That's what I saw. So it's just this little miscommunication. You said some warping was happening down there too.
Yeah, got some warp, and I was in the middle, and it knocked me way up to the top of the track, and I was trying to get down to pit, and it just got us in a bad situation.
Well, you know what? You guys been running a heck of a clean race, man. It's been a great all-star race. This is our first caution, so kudos to you, man. Just hang in there. How's the car? Is it banged up pretty good?
No, they never even worked on it. Car's good, so we got about 10 to go. I'm going to start trying to make my way to the front.
Well, if anybody can do it, Mr. Gary Heiser, I know you can.
Yes, sir. Let's get it done.
Good luck, Gary. No, I think we're good to go. That's awesome. The car. I was going to ask if the car was damaged, but if they never took the hammers to it, that means that's a no.
Yeah, it's a good thing.
And we've seen you, Gary, go from the front. I mean, to the back to the front. And good luck, man. We are watching you, and go for it, buddy.
Thanks, brother. Appreciate it. Let's get it done.
Yes, sir.
Good luck, Gary.
Bring it back up.
Gary Heiser in the number 3 car, live in-car radio technology that we have here at Tarnation TV and Talladega Nights. So I wonder, we'll talk to Wolf after the race about that, because he's going to get in his little golf cart and come back up here.
Well, looks like we got another lap of yellow. Do you want to get another quick interview in with somebody? Maybe Wolf or DEI that might have been in that, or even Nate. Nate be a good guy. Ask what happened.
Sure, let's go find Nate. Currently looking for the 079 of Nate Balzer. I'm saying his name correctly. Congratulations to me.
All right, Blaine, we have Nate in the booth.
Good evening, Nate. We just talked to Gary there about the tight squeeze you guys had to try to figure out on the under green there for headed to the pits. Was there miscommunication, or he said there might have been a little bit of warp, just enough to throw some people around?
Yeah, it looked like he was trying to pit, but I think we heard him kind of state that about the time he was trying to pit, and we were both focusing on those warp flashes. We worked with them pretty good through the race, but they hit kind of hard there. So not really sure what happened there, really.
Yeah, I guess when it comes to the warping and the internet connections, it's just kind of chalk it up to a mechanical failure, unfortunately. How's the car looking? Did you guys start swinging hammers, or is it okay?
Yeah, it looks like I got no damage at all. I got some fresh tires, and I hope Gary Heiser's okay. So maybe he's got no damage either.
No, he said the same thing. The pit crew didn't take the hammers to his car either, so maybe the warp helped. Maybe it warped you out long enough just to not get any damage.
Hey, we'll take it.
Hey, Nate, will they wreck half?
Well, you know what, Nate? Caution free until now. I mean, you guys are doing a great job representing Talladega Nights in this All-Star race, and so far it's been clean until this incident. It seemed to be a warp issue, but man, if anybody can do it, get back up there, and it's definitely you, Mr. Nate Meister.
Hey, I appreciate it. Thanks a lot. We'll give it a go. Thanks, Donlin. Jeffrey, you guys are doing a great job. Thanks for having me. Let's see what we got.
10-4, buddy. Good luck. We'll move you back up.
Thank you, guys.
Good luck. Going green here right now, coming off of that little incident. We're still focused on Nate here. Giving the 55 a little push.
Got that Brian Lavell's up front there with Stevens up there running on the top third lane up there. Look at him. Unless he's a lap back. I don't think he is. Unless he got it back.
So according to the statistics, we have another retired car, Greg Lavelle, -2 laps, the 088. He started up front and unfortunately had to retire.
Yeah, he did hit that wall hard. It looked like it.
Got some black flags popping up currently. Randy Waugh has a black flag, and so does Pat McCarskey. I'm assuming those are probably just on a restart situation, and those will probably be cleared.
I'm sure they will be. Most of those black flags are usually caused due to a car being misplaced on a restart.
Yeah, the track will, or the game will give you a black flag if you pass before the stripe. If you're on the low line.
I mean, we have a battle up here with 7 or 6 to go. Look at Steven up there. He's doing everything he can to pitch those guys down in center lane there. You got Danny Carroll and
he's
Brian
looking for
Lavelle
some help.
front.
He needs that line to
help.
catch him, yeah.
He's got Sullins. It's too wide now. Might get it's getting a little fun action out there right now. Mr.
Fun's the word now. We're down to about 6 to go here. We're lap number 41 of 47.
It's go time.
And it will be raced back if yellow flag does come out. You have to go to the line to get it. Oh,
there we go. We got an incident in the back. Looks
incident
like,
in
Heiser.
the back. Oh, it was Gary Heiser.
Looked like it.
And the pace car is coming out. But they were over the line. Oh, no, they are slowing down. Okay. I was curious about that, if they have to go all the way around.
It depends if they cross that line. But they will check up after they take yellow anyways. They wait till like the next turn to check up.
Yeah, the back straightaway is the best because it's paved actually all the way to the infield wall. So it's kind of like 20 lanes wide back there, so you can fan way out, lots of room. You know what they say, Jeffrey? Cautions breed cautions here at Talladega Super Speedway. Whole race was green. Caution flag number 2, but we will go green again. There is no cars a lap down. The cars that are lap down have retired. And the black flags... Oops, I'm sorry. I'm looking at the wrong column. Because I've never done this before in my life. We have a total of 5 lap down cars. Yes. Chris Elliott, Pat McCarskey, the first 2 cars a lap down, they will get their lap back because that is how the lucky dog works.
Thank you for the lucky dog.
Yikes. I need to learn to read.
You ever had a dog named Lucky? Anyways, with this is what happens, it's go time and they're just pushing it. And this is part of Talladega, that's what happens. And looks like, I'm going to tell you exactly what I thought.
We're currently rewinding this to see if we can find an instant replay of what happened. I saw just the tail of it when I was focused on the top, 5 to 10 cars there. I saw somebody go around at the back.
It's bumper to bumper from the 22 on back to the 55 to Nate. And then you have, I believe that is Dan Lavelle. And Gary, I guess they checked up a little bit because they're bumper to bumper. 3 cars are bumper to bumper, and then Gary Heiser hits the back of the 338. I don't know if he didn't see the checkup, but that's looks like where it started at right there. Took the 388 first spin.
All right. We got it on a replay. Let's check it out. Currently focused on the 388 of Dan Lavelle. Yeah, it looks like Heiser just kind of just inside him.
Yeah. Well, we just told him to go get it, so he was getting it.
He went and got it. Yeah, he went and got a whole pile of bumper. Well, let's get on helicopter camera because
Jeffrey and Blaine, I'm going to go get it.
They told me to do it. Oh, there was a whole accordion effect on that. You can see that whole line. It's a domino effect of. I got to back that up more so helicopter cam spins around. There we go. Put it in some super slow motion. You can see the checkup. Roberts, Nate, they all kind of.
They were on each other's bumper
when
too.
When you're all touching like that, you're really, like we were talking about it before, you're really not in control of the car at all, because especially coming into the tri-oval like that, where you are turning slightly, that whole thing that's going to happen. If that was on the back straightaway, they probably would have been all right because they would have been driving in a straight line. But when you're doing it on into the tri-oval like that, there is a slight curve to that area of the track, and that will, as you can see, will amplify into an absolute catastrophe. I'm not spelling it, don't care.
Me neither, but I'll be right back, Mr. Blaine. While they're still under yellow here, I'll be right back, sir.
Mr. Elliott will return shortly after this. We don't have any commercials. What can I do here? Let's do this. Subscribe to Tarnation TV on the YouTube and follow us on Facebook for more updates. There is a Facebook link in the description below. We have a Facebook page, Tarnation TV Facebook page, where we will post things, because that's what Facebook is for. Do you run a NASCAR Racing 2003 league? Well, guess what? Tarnation TV offers very affordable pricing. If you require our broadcasting services, reach out to us via Facebook or via YouTube. It's fun to do this.
I am back, sir.
We can make a couple of bucks, and it'll be cool, man. So yeah, Tarnation TV. We like to think anyway, we tell ourselves we're bringing a different level of broadcasting to the community.
Well, you guys definitely have. I mean, Tarnation TV, it brings a whole another outlook in this game. Your humor, your knowledge. Get excited. Things happen, but you guys are just different, and different is good.
Yeah, and I watch a lot of the other broadcasters too, and there's a lot of really, really good ones. So the best thing I can do is just steal from them, and then that's what I do. Because I didn't even know how this whole thing worked. I'm like, how are these guys getting these tickers? And then I looked into it. I'm like, I can do that. Then I looked into it a bit more. I'm like, I can make my ticker look different. Because I know HTML code. I learned it like in grade 10. So I start poking around in these things and figure out how to customize a little more to kind of set Tarnation TV apart a little bit from those other broadcaster guys. Because again, with the amount of customization, you can really customize the way that the broadcast looks with all the tools. And they're all free tools. OBS Studio, free. That's how I send this out to YouTube. It's just amazing the amount of free stuff that's available. Currently focused on the Pat McCarsky car. That car is so purple.
Are we going to have a one lap, 2 lap shootout? 2 laps?
Lights are off now. I'm live right now at 48 minutes.
48.
So when I'm showing lights are off.
Right. And Denny Carroll on the inside, row 1.
Nope.
With, was they switching?
He switched. He has lane choice. Carroll is leading the race, and he is choosing the high line. I personally probably would have stayed on that middle line. But you know what? With Godfrey and Buckshot and Palmer on the high line, maybe that. But then you've got Sullins and Lavelle and Sullins and and Branstad on the
Yeah,
bottom.
that's
So
two good rows right there. I mean,
Yeah.
that's going to be a battle.
maybe he just likes the high line. I mean, I'm kind of with him. I really do like the high line.
Oh, I love the high line. I tell you, all these guys these guys can control their cars. I mean, awesome. I mean, from Brian Lavelle and Denny Carroll, Steven, the 510. What a beast of a driver on Talladega. He didn't have much. He had some bad luck this year, but the guy can drive, and I'm really impressed with him. He's a BSR driver. Awesome guy.
Yep, he's always there. Lights the
Oklahoma.
pace car off, and the pace car's
Here we
leaving. Where
go,
the hell's he
guys.
going? Bye, pace car. Have a good night. Won't need you again. Because we're coming to
Two-lap
lap
shootout.
number. Yep, it's a green, white, checkered. Is what they like to call it in real life, a green, white, checkered. That means the green flag's coming out right now. The next time around, it will be white, and then after that, it will be checkered, and the race will be over.
Well,
Carroll.
let's do this. We got all kinds of guys can win this race, and I'm not going to predict it because I've learned from you guys not to do that.
No, it's fun to do it though. You want to make predictions?
All right, I'm going to give it to the 510. Come on, Steven. No.
I'm giving it to Pat. Let's go, Pat McCarskey in the way too purple
Pat
car in the
McCarthy's
back.
3 wide on the outside, about 12 deep. All right, we get inside lanes moving pretty good. We got Brian Lavelle out there, followed by Rodney
no.
Sullins. Kelly Cosby gets turned, racing back.
That is a pileup,
Big one
and
right there.
it looked to me like there was a third line trying to start, and currently
Brian
focused on the
Lavelle's still out
38
front.
car.
Brian Lavelle, right? Rodney Sullins, you got the 510 in third. You got Denny Carroll in fourth.
Here we
and
go.
John Godfrey. Let's go
Here we
for
go.
it.
Here we go. It's a drag race.
A warp, I think, happened there.
Great finish.
The winner is Brian Lavelle.
Podium
Great
finish for
job, Brian.
Branstetter. And who's our podium? Yep, we got Lavelle, Branstetter, and Carroll. That is the podium.
That is the podium. Great job, great racing. I mean, it's fight back to the end. There was some warp going on there. Might have caused that hit Rodney up there to the high side, but great job, guys. You did an awesome job. Great all-star race, our first one. So we can only get better from here. But Blaine, I think this is a pretty clean race.
Where did Lavelle go? The 043's gone. He retired? I was going to get on him because he's the winner of the race, but
Let's
I
see.
can't throw the fireworks because he's not on the track.
He's not
He
on. Did he retire?
He retired. There's one lap left. We're coming to the checker flag right now.
I don't know where he went.
He's
There's,
gone. He retired.
Brian.
On my screen right now, it says 043 Brian J. Lavelle. He's in
Maybe
first,
you are-
but it says his status is retired. So the win of this is lap number 47.
Yes.
Branstead
This
is
is
going to win.
I called Steven to win, didn't I?
You did. Here's the white. Holy. See, the white flag is waving.
I thought that was the end of the race.
That flag will change to checkered. And Stephen Branstetter, ladies and gentlemen, is your winner. I don't know why Lavelle retired. John Godfrey retired. Greg Palmer retired. Rodney Sullins retired. And Nate Balser retired. Did they all think that was the final lap?
Well,
They all thought the race was over.
Well, they all just passed the pace car right there. That's Brian.
They all
Wolf.
retired. Palmer retired. They all retired. I think there was some confusion on the track because it was a green-white checkered.
Brian Wolf, you got a copy?
I do. I'm back with you guys. My night ended kind of early.
We were wondering if the race was over. We're kind of confused. on how
No, there had been. So you guys weren't in the race room. There were. I'm sure you caught it on cameras though. There were warping issues throughout the entire race. Drivers were told about it several times, and still the warping caused every problem tonight.
Okay, so we're seeing that everybody retired, though, after that yellow came out when there was actually 2 laps left. Did people think the race was done?
No, they retired because of the warp at the end there. there were a lot of drivers kind of walked away from this one not very happy
Oh no!
about the
Okay.
warping issues. Yeah, so
I mean, it looked like a great race throughout the race. You guys raced clean. You guys were racing semi-hard, giving room, and seemed to be having a great time. It was caution-free just until the last 40 to 47 laps here. So the warping was an issue. I noticed it warped a few times, and going into the pits as well. So yeah, it's a shame that has to, ended up that way. So when that last wreck happened, was it race back and race was over? Or was there still one more lap to proceed?
no, I think they were taking the checkered because I was a lap down. Actually,
No.
I hurt myself early. Personally, I hurt myself early. I caught a green flag pit stop speeding penalty. So I had to pit again. I drove through again and then just could not catch a break to get that lucky dog. I was given the wrong instruction to go down pit road the third time, and I gave up the lucky dog position. And we know no wave around, so I was always that third lucky dog who doesn't get the lap back. So that hurt us personally. But the warping issues were what really caused all the issues tonight. When we pitted for the second time, when we were making our green flag stops the second time, there was a lot of warping issues, and I just drove straight into somebody who was still on the track, slowing down, like even way before turn. I don't even know what turn it was, but that's what brought out that yellow. So again, I couldn't catch the lucky dog, and it just kind of went downhill from there.
Oh, that's
I
a
was sorry
shame.
about that. Yeah.
Yeah, because we saw the race, the accident happen, and then Lavelle was going to win, but he had to do one more lap to take the checker because they were coming to the white. And then Palmer retired. Everybody retired, and we're going, wait a second, Branstadter's going to win because half
that
the
what happened,
guys in the
Blaine?
top 10 retired. Yeah.
Did you save your replay, Blaine?
Yes, I did.
Okay, because I'm going to need that. I was talking with you guys, and I neglected to get it.
So real quick, Brian, since you were out there, when that wreck happened and went yellow, it was race back, race is over. But did they have one more lap to complete?
It was a
47
green
or
light
was
checker.
that 47?
I'm not really sure because I think they had one more to go.
I thought so
I think
too.
the yellow came out. The yellow and white came out at the same time,
Yes.
so they were going to race back. Back to the checkered.
That's what I believe, that there was some confusion on how many laps were left. I think some of the guys may have thought, the race is over because they thought they took the checker, but they actually took the white. So then you go to quit, and you actually retired from the race instead of quitting. That's what I think
We'll
happened.
find out who's our podium.
Podium, I'm pulling it up right now. Actually, I'm just loading up. I just saved the export,
I was talking to you and I forgot to save my race, so
and it will be on the screen.
missing me there. So I was confused.
Yeah, okay, so I'll find the podium here. Our podium on screen right now. First place, Branstetter. Second place, Carroll. And third place is Ken Roberts.
Well, let me go
Retired,
grab,
Brian Lovell, John Godfrey, Greg Palmer, Nate Balser, Rodney Sullins, Brian Wolf, and Greg Lavelle.
All right. Well, I'm going to grab Roberts if he's still.
Yeah, Roberts was third. We'll find out what happened. Maybe we should grab one of the guys if they're still in the room. One of the guys that retired, maybe, like Palmer. He would have an explanation.
All right.
There's Ken Roberts.
We brought Ken Roberts into the Tarnation booth. So, Blaine, would you like to start off with some questions?
First of all, congratulations, Ken, on your podium finish. A little bit of confusion at the end there, I believe. A bunch of drivers retired when it was actually a green-white checkered situation.
Yeah, I'm not sure why they retired. I don't know what that happened there. There was a bunch of them bailed out.
Yeah, that's what we were kind of curious. We were getting ready to focus on Lavelle because he won the race. Brian did in the 043, and then I couldn't find him. on the replay, his car was gone. It was just the camera was floating in the grass, and I'm thinking, I looked over at my statistics, and everybody's retiring. I was curious, maybe they thought it was the checkered flag when it was actually white.
So what'd you see, Ken? And when it went yellow, was there one to go after that caution came out?
Well, it even said when we got the green flag, when we took the green flag, it said 2 to go. So I'm not sure why they bailed out.
Yeah, there shouldn't have been confusion on that.
But I did see the 43 pull down to the inside and stop, and I thought he was getting out of the way because of the warping. I don't know why he did that.
Yeah, we don't hear what's going on behind the scenes with the guys within the race being in the booth, but I'm sure the warping was an issue tonight. But it was caution free until, excuse me, with the 38 or 12 laps to go in this race, and of course everybody's going to start racing harder. But that's what we do here. And you ran a great race, man. Your teammates was working with you. You're always solid up there. It was hard to pass that 4-pack of you guys, but thanks for representing Talladega Nights and a great third place finish, man. You're always a great driver, a respectable driver, and you do a great job out here, man. Congratulations.
Yeah, it was setting up there for a pretty wild finish. But yeah, I don't know what happened with the warping and guys disconnecting and stuff. But congrats to Brent Stetter for his win. 510 there. He did what he had to do.
He did, and I actually called that out. We picked the driver, didn't we, Blaine? And I picked out, and he was like running around 4th or 5th. But hey, we'll get to him shortly. But is there any call outs, anybody you'd like to say hello to, and we know your car ran strong tonight, and you're always a top contender over here and anywhere you race. So anybody you'd like to say hello to or any shout outs?
Well, I would like to be the interviewer and interview you and how you did in the booth tonight.
Well, you know what? Behind the scenes, you could probably ask Blaine after I get out of here.
Not bad. He ain't no Brian Wolf, but he's pretty good.
And
Roger that. I'll watch it later.
Ain't nobody's a Brian Wolf, but Blaine, do you have anything else you'd like to add, Roberts? Any shout outs to anybody?
Just thanks to Blaine, Brian, you tonight for doing these broadcasts. These are always fun to watch later.
Oh, it's always a treat to watch later. I go to bed watching it. Thanks, Brian, and thanks, Blaine. Anything you got for him, Blaine?
No, that's about all we needed. Congratulations on your 3rd place finish. And I guess with drivers retiring, I mean, you got to get the checkers. It pays to just sit there sometimes.
Yeah, I run until they tell me to turn it off.
That's it. Yeah.
Ken, I ran out there with you. I'm sorry to interrupt you guys. I ran out there with you for a minute. That first green run was really fun. I was coming up the inside, just sticking to that inside like I always do, and I got a glimpse of you there for a minute. But we almost got there, and then my race just went dead with those warping issues and stuff. Like I told these guys, I had a speeding penalty under green. So, and then with that warping stuff, my race just went downhill. But good job tonight on that 3rd, man. You're always in the front.
Thank you, brother.
All right. Well, Mr. Roberts, thanks for coming out, man. We appreciate it. And Shake and Bake number 2 is not that far out. We got the big team race also coming up. So hopefully we'll see you out there. And I'm going to pull you back up. And congratulations.
Yeah, I'll be here next week, and happy Thanksgiving to all you guys.
Same to you, buddy.
Thank you, bud.
Thanks, Ken.
Thanks, Ryan. Blaine.
Ken Roberts, your 3rd place finisher for this evening.
Who's second now?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
That cat's always in
Denny
contention.
Carroll, 41. Yeah, he is.
Same with
Denny,
this guy.
Yeah, man. Oh, so like in that little bit of the pit stops there, we got to talk about that later.
We have the man from Virginia that looks like Santa Claus, Denny Carroll, my good friend. Go ahead, Blaine and Brian Wolf.
Brian, you take it, man. I done enough talking tonight.
Oh no, I was just telling Ken in 3rd place. I got a glimpse of you tonight. That was about it. That first green flag, but good job being there at the end. I don't know what's going on with these warping issues and stuff at the end of that race, but pulled through it and pulled out second.
I was trying to work with Brian. He's a buddy, but I kind of didn't know which way to go. He was warping, and I didn't know which way to go. It scared me.
Yeah, we definitely seen it out there, and you guys are probably struggling with it. But I tell you, going caution free for over 40, 50%. You're at 50% caution free. About 75% went caution free, and of course, it always gets hairy at the last 10 laps in these Talladega races. But clean race, man. You represent Talladega Nights. All you guys did, y'all race as best you could. It was smooth sailing, single file. It's tough. You got fast 4 or 5 guys up front. It's hard to make things happen behind unless you got some muscle to help you out. But good job tonight, Denny. You did a great job. Thanks for coming out here to Talladega Nights and doing your thing. And is there any call outs or anybody you like to say hello to tonight?
I'd like to thank Rodney Southers for not running me over when I threw those blocks on him, man. And thank my wife for buying me all my racing stuff.
Thanks,
awesome.
wife. Thanks, wife.
Look at
Appreciate it. But
I got an awesome wife.
That's great, man. You know, happy wife, happy life. But hey, man, we are glad you come out and participate. You worked hard all, 10 weeks, and you made it to the championship and came close, but there's only one winner. But hey, man, thanks for coming out to the All-Star race.
It wasn't me.
Oh, no.
All right, good race, guys. Love you, Bobby.
Anything you got for him, Blaine?
Good job, Denny.
Send him back.
No, I just say congratulations. Yeah, I let you guys do all the talking, man. It's way easier.
Oh,
Thank you,
okay.
guys.
Brian, you got anything else?
I do not, man. Good racing, though. It was fun. And
good.
like I said, I know the warping caused some issues for just about everybody out there, but yeah, good job.
Yeah, now I get to go watch it. I like watching it.
Yeah, it's a lot of
Yeah,
fun.
it's always fun.
That's the best part of it, man. Anyways, Denny, thanks a lot again, buddy, and we'll see you hopefully at the Christmas race.
All right, thanks, Phils.
All right, buddy. Have a good
All right.
Sunday.
Good job, man. We'll be talking to you again, I'm sure.
Denny Carroll, number 2. And Stephen Branstad are in the 510 car. There he is. Good evening, Stephen.
Hello.
Steven from Oklahoma. You know what, young man? What an awesome race. You guys all ran great tonight, and congratulations on your victory. First All-Star race at Talladega Nights. You earned every bit of it, man. And then my first, I didn't mean to cut off anybody, but I called you to be the winner, and you was. So thank you. And Blaine owes me $100. But anyways,
Yep.
Great job tonight, buddy. And so proud of you. And I'll turn it over to Brian Wolf, and he can ask you. He was out there with you, so go ahead, Brian. Ask him a few questions.
No, I really don't have any questions. Just good job being in the right place at the right time. I know, just like I told all the other guys that have been in this booth, this warping issue, needs to really be addressed. But, I don't know if it caused any problems for you, really. Just right place at the right time, man. Good job. You're always up at the front of these things. And you just got qualified here October 22nd. You won the sprints. And, I know those are always fun. And that's a good way to get in, just like I did. But good job tonight, man. Good win.
Thank you. That was a fun race. It was kind of different, but it was pretty exciting.
I tell you, when you get 4 or 5 guys up front, like the talent that you have, it's tough to get around those guys being out there as a driver, and it takes some muscle behind you to battle. And Brian had Bob for a while there, going from the inside there in the middle of that race and trying to make something happen. But but towards the end, those guys will split up, and like you said, the seas part ways, and things happen crazy on the last lap. But you ran a great race, and all you guys did. I'm very proud of you. So congratulations again, and thanks for keeping that car in one piece, because Blaine did paint that car for you. So make sure you
Yeah,
That's right.
on it tomorrow.
not a scratch on it.
Is there anything you like to say hello to your family or friends or anybody might be watching?
Yeah, I've got some friends that's probably watching. Doug's still on there. I'd like to say hello to him.
Awesome job. What about like a pretty wife or anything, grandma or anything?
Yeah, I doubt my wife's watching, but she might watch it later.
She just said, honey, go ahead and do it. Just get out of my way, right? All right.
Yeah.
But hey, man,
Yeah.
thanks for coming out. Thanks for being part of Talladega Nights. I'm glad I met you. You've been a great addition to this league, and you're always well-mannered guy. We became good friends even during the week watching your tractor videos, and keeps my day entertained at work, I must say. But anyways, good job. Blaine, do you have anything that you want to say to the champ?
I say congratulations to the champ. It was a fantastic race to watch. And like green flag pitting, I'm always a huge fan of that stuff. And everybody was just spot on perfect tonight. So it was fun. It was good to see you get to the front, especially at the last, half dozen laps or so. We're kind of focused on some of these cars that may have started in the mid pack and then end up there at the front at the end. It's always good to see. So congratulations.
Well, thank you. I got pretty lucky there, and I stayed out. I didn't pit when everybody else did, and that turned out to be a plus due to the caution. So luck plays a big part in this.
Absolutely, man. Congratulations again, Steven. That was outstanding, and I see you did it in the new the shake and bake car. So maybe that's your good luck charm for the series number 2 coming up for shake and bake. So congratulations again, man. Good job. You're always up at the front of these things, and it's nice to be able to count on you guys racing clean.
Well, thank you.
Steven. All right, buddy. Listen, man, we appreciate it. Hope to see you at the Christmas race on December 3rd. It's on our website, so you know how. Well, heck, you tell me about my own website, so I appreciate you helping me. So, anyways, man, thanks a lot for coming out tonight, and great win. And we'll get this on the website with a pretty picture for you to. We'll put up there on the website as well, and Facebook and interwebs. Let everybody know that how great you are as a Talladega All-Star champ, sir.
Well, thank you. And I appreciate the broadcasters and all the people that helped put this on. I'll tell you, it was a really good show.
At Tarnation TV, there's no other broadcasting like this. So
we can't do it without awesome drivers too. So it's always good to see that these races can, go off as well as they do. Super exciting.
Well, I know it takes a lot to put one on too.
That's a piece of
tell you,
cake.
That's the fun, man. That's the fun.
I don't know how Brian does it, but I had to take like 3 Xanax, maybe 2. But it's nerve-wracking. But hopefully I did okay. I hope I did you somewhat justice, Blaine and Brian. But I won't talk no more. But I want to thank broadcasting crew for coming out here, doing our races for the times that you have, and hope we have build a much better future down the road as well. Run some shake and bakes and some Back to the Futures maybe, and thanks to Donnie Elliott. I mentioned Donnie for the website. Great job. So great year, great first season, guys. That's how I want to end it, and we'll move on to the next.
Yeah, great job, everybody. And Steven, before you go, I just want to tell you, tell all the guys over at Bomb Squad hello for me. Haven't talked to you guys, Kevin McGorick, Magoo, and Brian Boyles and his guys over there, man. You come from a really good group over there at Bomb Squad. We appreciate you being here and representing like you do, man. It's been a tremendous season and great win again tonight. And the other thing I would say for this broadcast is, to my fans I know that are watching out there, I'm sorry we didn't do better. I kind of made a mistake on pit road and then just couldn't gather it back up. The race went green a lot longer than I thought it was going to, and then just couldn't gather it back up and just didn't have it for him tonight. But we will get him next time. We ain't done yet. So Ava, thank you so much for the paint job. I appreciate all you guys, and Justice for Cannon. And this has been fun, Jeffrey. I hope you had fun up here tonight.
Actually, I did. I had a really good time, and Blaine, don't know if I talked too much, but I apologize if I did.
No, it was good. I do a lot of talking, so it's always fun to have a second person. So in a pinch, we were, it was awesome to be able to see Brian out there on the track in that car. And, thank you for the helping hand.
Anytime. And I Stephen, I wish I was behind you, because you're one of my favorites out there to race with. We've talked about this. We race so much alike out there, and man, did I miss racing with you tonight. But we'll do it again soon.
You bet.
All right, guys. Well, I hand it over to the lead broadcasters. Thanks, guys, for letting me participate tonight.
Thank you, Jeff, for the helping hand.
Yeah,
and
we're
congratulations. Congratulations to the 510 of Steven.
10-4 on that. He is a Talladega Nights All-Star champ.
And when does remind me when Tarnation TV returns again for coming back for the Christmas race?
Yep,
sometime in December 3rd.
Yep, December 3rd. I'm looking at Blaine's promo. December 3rd, and server opens at 7. It's a Saturday.
Was it the 10th or the 3rd?
No, the 3rd.
Okay.
December 3rd is what we have on the promo. The 10th is when Shake and Bake 2 opens up.
Oh, right.
The 5th is when we start the new Monday nights.
So the 3rd is that the team race?
A team race on the 3rd.
That will be very, very cool. That's a different kind of broadcast, that one. That'll be very fun.
Yeah.
It's going to be a blast. I'm looking forward to that one.
I'll be
it's
in
a
the
different
car.
kind of race.
I'll be in the car, so I'll leave you guys that hard work.
Yeah.
But yes, that's the 3rd, and it's a 9 o'clock start time. 9 o'clock is what we put on the promo, Blaine, so we're going to stick with 9 o'clock.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. Yeah, 9 o'clock green flag, you mean?
Right, because it's a 66 lap race. I think that's why we bumped it up half hour early.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, long race, lots of drivers.
Well, this is Brian Wolf signing off. I will talk to you guys probably sometime tomorrow off the air. But thanks everybody for tuning in, and I will see you next time.
Thank you, Brian. And that is Tarnation TV's broadcast of the All-Star Race here at Talladega Nights at Talladega Super Speedway, somewhere in the universe, because it's a virtual track, but it does exist, and it is real, and we love playing on it, and it's definitely a lot of fun. So, thank you for watching the channel. If you do like it, thumbs ups, thumbs downs, all those options there are available to you. Subscribe to it, as we were just chatting there. The 3rd of December, 2022. That is when you're going to want to tune back in to Tarnation TV, because the team race Christmas special event will be taking place. It's very neat. The drivers will be put on teams. Cars are very brightly colored. So if you're driving a blue one, you should be friends with the other blue ones. If you're driving a white one, you should be friends with all the other white cars, because they are your teammates. That kind of racing is a whole pile of fun. Jeffrey and I, we've all raced in those races before. And a very neat little thing. I've never really seen that anywhere else. So I'm going to say that's a Talladega Nights exclusive. I'm sure somebody else has done that in the past. But as far as I can tell, probably not.
Well, it's definitely different. And you know what? I hope I get put on that Honda team. I know you're going to laugh about those orange Hondas that you painted, but do I love those Hondas. They look good.
You are a fan of those Hondas.
And they're fast for some reason.
You think, yeah, it's funny how they seem to be they seem to be fast, even though all the cars technically in the game are exactly the same.
It's like going to a go-kart track, and you always get that. You always watch which one's like the number 3. He's the fastest. I got to get that one. So, yeah, that's how I feel about Hondas.
That's it. It's just the hot orange and black color scheme. It's definitely faster than everybody else.
But it's been a pleasure, Blaine. I'll let you close out. And thank you for having me, man. It's been a blast. And everybody, check out the December 3rd, Talladega Nights' first annual Christmas team race. It's going to be a blast. These guys will be out here broadcasting. So come out, join us, watch us, hang out with us. Good night, everybody.
Thank you, Jeff. Thanks again, everybody, for watching the broadcast, Tarnation TV on YouTube. It's free to subscribe. You don't even need a coupon. It's right there. You can click it. If you follow the channel, next week you will get a notification because we will be going live with that team race. Not next week, the 3rd of December. Next week is a week off. And then Shake and Bake Series starts up all over again. A lot of fun to be had over here at Tarnation TV in cahoots with Talladega Nights. So again, we thank you for watching the broadcast. Thank you to Brian Wolf for driving some cars around in circles. Thank you to Jeffrey Elliott for all his help in the booth this evening. We will see you next time on Tarnation TV. And always remember, have yourself some good mosh pitting and keep your sticks on the ice.
Wake me from your wicked dream. Hand